Guys, I'm a little concerned. My wife's talking about starting cars with her hoo-haw and violating frozen peas in a bag. This may not be the video for you to watch. In fact, I'm not sure I should be watching it right now. I'm a little worried. Maybe those gas fumes are still affecting her from the plumbing. I know it's definitely affecting that bag of peas now, because them peas ain't ever gonna be the same.
Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. It's Boof. And I'm on the couch. And I figured this would be a great time for story time with Boof. Today, we went on a wonderful bike ride. And I'm hoping my beautiful wife inserts photos from our trip, because we did get quite a few cute shots while we were out and about. We drove to Bushnell, Florida, and met up with Aunt Sue and Uncle Bob, and our cousin Veronica and her sister Melissa went with us for a bike ride. And the bike ride was 5 miles down a railroad that they've converted into a bike path. Very similar to what we've traveled here in Jacksonville. Ours was the Baldwin Rail Trail. So we traveled this path only 5 miles. Uncle Bob said there was a great restaurant we're gonna try out at the 5 mile mark, and then we turn around and come back if we were feeling up to it. Ronnie didn't ride with us, but she did drive the vehicle from our start point down to the lunch point and then back to the start point so that she could spend some time with us, which was pretty cool. So let me tell you about the adventures on this trip. I asked my wife before we left, I'm like, do you want to vlog this? And she's like, no, it's just a bike ride. And I'm like, sweet, no worries. Plot twist, she should have vlogged this. So, about a quarter of the mile into our trip, we had stopped probably 3 times to make adjustments on the bikes because my bike, Lee's bike, and Melissa's bike are all relatively new. We had stopped to make adjustments to our seat, to put some more air in one of my tires, to, make adjustments to Melissa's seat. We did a bunch of changes, right? And as we get going, I'm like, wow, this seat is just really uncomfortable. Mind you, bike seats are not supposed to be comfortable, especially if you're anything over a size, I don't know, number 2 pencil. So I'm like, this is really not comfortable. And after about a mile, it became more than uncomfortable. It became, something is not right, okay? There were things protruding into areas that should not have been protruding. It turns out that there's the seat, which should be, according to what I learned today, it should be parallel to the ground, the level of the seat. Mine kept tilting. The front of the bike is this way. So when your bike seat starts tilting like this, pressure is exerted upon the uppermost point of that seat. A lot of pressure. Okay? Sir. We're going, mind you, Aunt Sue and Uncle Bob, they've got a crescent wrench and they've got an air pump, and Lee normally travels with tools to fix the bike. Please guess what she did not travel with today. I'm like, it's all good. We made some more adjustments. We stopped, we tweaked, we made some more adjustments. I'm fine, it's fine. I'm gonna suck it up, because that's the kind of person I am. We keep going. We stopped for like the 10th time, and I'm like, God, this is just crazy. Uncle Bob's fiddling with it, I'm fiddling with it, can't get it to fix. I'm like, oh, it's fine, I'll be fine. We start taking off again, and I realize I'm not fine, this can't go on. I stop, I start walking my bike. Mind you, it was my fault because Aunt Sue was in front of me, and I had taken off and I said, oh, I need to lower my seat, I'll catch up. I'm gonna just make a small adjustment. I lowered my seat, I got back on to start riding, and realized I couldn't continue. So I stopped, thinking that's okay, I'll just call Lee, because they're a little bit of ways ahead of me, and let her know, hey, this isn't gonna work for me. Except Melissa borrowed my camel pack, which had my phone in it, because she wanted to try that style out. I had no phone. Stuck on a trail in the middle of nowhere. By myself. And nobody is looking back.
Let me slightly interject here and tell you, I repeatedly asked, my wife's behind me, right? My wife's behind me, right? Melissa? Yeah, she's behind us. And Sue? Huh? Yep, she's behind us. They lied.
Technically, they weren't wrong. I was behind her. I was just very far behind her. So anyway, I'm walking my bike because I'm like, I can't continue. I don't even know how long we've gone. I don't know where the restaurant is. I can't go on. And a couple people rode by, and one guy asked, do you need some help? And I'm like, only if you have a set of Allen wrenches, because that's what I need to fix my bike. And he's like, no, sorry, I don't. So he kept going. Okay, the cutest little couple, about 137 years old, stopped on their sit-down, lay-down tricycles. Legit the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And the guy was like, let's see if we can't fix that young lady. And I'm like, sir, if you can fix this bike, I will call you grandpa for the rest of my life. I don't even care. So he takes out his little toolkit and he's tinkering with the seat and he's makes some adjustments and he says, try that. He's the one that told me the seat should be parallel to the ground. Good to know. Not pointing towards the north fucking star. Sorry. North. Beep. Star. We try, he makes his little adjustments. I put it back on, I ride 3 pedals, the bike seat, perfectly level. 4th pedal, boop. Hitting the old sweet spot all over again. I said, sir, still not, something must be wrong. He said, let me tinker it again. So he goes over there and he tinkers. And I'm like, okay. And he hands it back to me and I put it back on the bike. And I start riding and I'm like, okay, all right, this is cool, all right. Oh man. You know, he's like, I'll do anything to meet ladies. And I'm like, you, sir. You, sir. Love him. So, fix my bike. I'm like, yay! I can get going. No idea where my family is. They've left me. I have no idea. Can't even see them off in the horizon. So I start riding. Go about half a mile. Here comes my wife. Panicked. Where are you at? And I'm like, I was murdered 4 miles back. Not that you noticed. So we go on to the restaurant. I said, how far down the road did you get before you realized I wasn't there? And she said, the restaurant? You didn't look back until the end? Legit. Didn't look back till the end. Anyway, I get down to the restaurant. We had enjoyed a wonderful meal and everyone decided we were all gonna ride back on the trail. And I'm like, perfect, no worries. I'm a little tender, but the seat's fixed, it's fine. I'm gonna ride back too. So Ronnie goes back to the start point with the vehicle. We all go on our journey. Guess what? 3 minutes into the return ride, pointing towards the North Star again. Thanks, Gyps. Thanks. Literally pointing towards the North Star again. So I endured the next probably 2.5 miles. Absolutely dying. About ready to stop again. We pull over to make some adjustments and I'm like, I really just need to stand for a minute. And that whole, everybody's like, it's after a while things go numb. No, they do not. Have you ever tried to jump a car battery using your hoo-ha? That's what it feels like. It's not great. Doesn't go numb. In fact, that same pain just persists a long time. Melissa says, here, try my seat. I'll use yours. I can stand up and ride. It's all good. No problems. I'm like, that's fine. Melissa's got a fancy schmancy seat. It's all nice and cozy and like Uber, right? Put it on. She's like, isn't the seat great? And I'm like, I don't know. Pain is currently radiating from regions it shouldn't be radiating from. I don't know if the seat's comfortable or if I'm just in the 2nd level of hell instead of the 1st. I don't know. Get back to the car, 2.5 hour ride back. I'm laying on the couch. I don't think I'm gonna move for a long time. There's currently a bag of peas where there shouldn't be. This is miserable. And I wanted to share it with you. Hopefully you enjoyed my story. And plot twist, Aunt Sue and Uncle Bob will be back on Thursday for another bike ride. Hopefully I'm healed by then. Cheers. Thanks for watching and enjoying my story time. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Do we have any more peas?
No, sweetie, you have all of them.
Great.
I'll deal with you when the peas are gone.